Citizen TV, the citizen's power. Citizen TV, the citizen's power. Citizen TV.
Or you didn't ask him to be present here?
Yeah, because we were here, so we didn't ask him to come.
When he comes, let's know him so that we can tell the whole world the kind of work he's doing.
Okay. Then the next one is was 1,800 that wasn't acquitted. That one has also been acquitted. We have
which number is that?
The same.
Okay.
The same.
All right.
Then another one is 5,621. That one, they were looking for a report of the activity, but not that it wasn't acquitted. They wanted evidence of a report to be produced by the person who took that activity.
Director, please read the auditor's infraction carefully. It is unpresented payment vouchers, which means you have already paid the money. It is in your records, but you don't have the vouchers. You have either placed them or you did, whatever, or you've thrown them away. So it is not a question of unacquitted activity.
The issue actually wasn't unpresented. The payment voucher were presented, but the supporting documents were not complete. So it wasn't an issue of unpresented vouchers.
You see, when the auditors have such a situation, if you look at the next infraction, they will say unsupported payments. Unsupported payments. But when they say unpresented payment voucher, it means they didn't see it at all. They didn't present it. They are two different things.
Auditors, kindly assist us. Have you cited the PVs?
Honorable Chair, yes, the PV has so far been presented, but there is still some outstanding, which is the headquarters, which is the 9,021 and CDs and a USD of 1,774 still outstanding.
So the PVs were presented after the reports?
Yes, but we've gone through and this is still outstanding.
Okay.
This is the amount outstanding.
So on the whole issue, the only outstanding is the
Yes.
9,021, and then the $1,774.
Yes, Honorable.
So let's continue, Director. Let's move on to the...
Chairman, regarding what you just asked and clarification given, so are the auditors saying that at the time of the audit, okay, then the report is correct. Yes. But what they said, it was as though they saw it. Yes.
So, like I said, we are going by exception. So which other one? Also, all the others have been cleared. I mean, from 1 to 16. Is that what you are saying? Please speak into the mic.
Honorable, please, it starts from 2 to 16. So 1 is the only one that is, and they've so explained. But from 2 to 16, we have. Thank you.
Auditor, can you confirm that one?
Honorable Chair, we have confirmed.
Okay, thank you. That'll be all.
So we are going to ask you to refund the 9,021 Ghana cedis and the 1,774 $1,000.80. Because if you cannot find that, then you have to refine it.
Yeah, Honorable Chair, it is the 9,021 that I was breaking it down to explain. 1,600 is in respect of payment to the Civil Service Training School. Their issue was that we didn't obtain a receipt.
So you have evidence in the bank statement?
But we have evidence in the bank statement that it was paid to them.
Have you shown that one to them?
We will show it. That's one I'm saying that
you
we
will? Okay.
Yes, we will show
Then
it.
what again?
Then the 5,621 was, the issue was invitation letter. They wanted to cite an invitation letter that resulted into that expenditure. We have the invitation letter with us here.
So show that one to them.
Yes, we'll show that one to them.
The amount is not up to 9,000 yet.
That,
the next one.
1,008. 1,008, we also have, that one was unacquitted. We have now acquitted it. We have a document to that effect. We'll give it to them.
All right, so what we'll do is that furnish the audit with those new information. Then the audit will verify and give us their reports.
Thank you, Chairman.
How about the dollar one? $1,774.80.
Yeah, the dollar one too, the issue was in respect of a report. They expected a report from the person who traveled. In fact, we haven't gotten that report.
So is the report ready?
The officer has retired. We can't trace the report that we can get for them.
All right, so the committee decision is I refund the money. Now we need money. We won't talk much because can't pay the day. Let's move on to paragraph 8. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Now, we are talking about unsupported payments up to the value of 1 million Ghana cedis. And you have 48 BMCs that paid a total amount of over 1 million cedis on about 420 payment vouchers for various activities without inadequate or relevant supporting documents. Now, you have 48 institutions. Which ones have you acquitted? Or let me turn it around this way. Which ones have you not acquitted?
Honorable Chair, so the one that has not been implemented yet is Agogo, Presbyterian Hospital in Agogo, which is 7,891.
Mention the number. Mention the number.
At number 24. Sorry. They have the report, so number 24.
And the question is, why not? Because you've had 2 years to work on this. Auditors, could you confirm if that is the only one that has not been supported?
Honorable Chair, Agogo is still outstanding, and Nurses Training College, Pantine, also outstanding. Hey, what is the number?
It's number 3 on page 67. Pantang.
Chief Director, are you aware of that? That there are 2 institutions that haven't been supported?
Yes, Honorable Chair, we are aware.
And why haven't they supported those PVs?
Honorable Chair, the observation has to do with CHAG, but it came to Ghana Health Service. So we involved through the region. So we've now informed the ministry, because the ministry has jurisdiction over CHAG. So I think that would now be done. That is why it didn't get to the attention of the ministry early enough for it to be addressed.
Sir, this happened 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And you want to say that hasn't come to your attention yet?
Honorable Chair, it did, but what we are trying to say is it got to us too late to get to the institution to ask for the response. So the report we had, but the notification to us, because it was cited as a GHS facility, and when they got in there, they realized it's not, and we could not get the response in time from the CHAG hospital. That is what we're trying to say.
That is for the nurses training college, right? What about the Agogo one?
It's the Agogo, both are CHAG hospitals, CHAG facilities.
Give us the breakdown of CHAG. Most of us don't know what is CHAG.
Okay, Chair, it's Christian Health Association of Ghana. I hope I'm right. Yes.
Thank you. It's for education. Okay.
Are you saying that the nurses training college is also for the Christian Health something?
The CHAG is those ones that come under the let's say the churches, that which traditionally were established by the churches. Yes.
So my question is Pantan one of them? Pantan is not one of them.
No, sir, Pantan is not one of them.
Okay, but I thought you said both come under CHAG. That's what you said.
Chair, I'm sorry. I'm sure it was, I was looking at the Agogo, rather. CHAG, Nursing Training College Pantan is under the ministry. Yes. So it's not a part of CHAG.
And can you respond to that the auditors are saying that you haven't supported the payment?
Honorable Chair, now it has been resolved, and I'll be happy if they speak to that.
Can the auditors respond to that, please?
Honorable Chair, we need the evidence from them to support whatever they are saying. Thank you.
Oh, so, Madam, have you given the evidence to the auditors?
Chair, I'll say that I think we did at the district level. It looks like it hasn't gotten to them at this level yet. So we will still have to ensure that the process is cascaded up. But we have at the sub level. Thank you.
So for the part-time training, nurses training, you need to provide the auditors with the document. Now, according to you, the Agogo is also, you need to provide evidence for that one also. Okay. Then we can then move to the next one. Honorable Minister, you're welcome. Now we want to swear you in before you even open your mouth again. So, Clerk. Yes. Before you respond to my greetings.
Yes, sir.
No, please, it's off. Thank you.
I, Kwaku Ajimamenu,
Swear by the Almighty God
swear by the Almighty God
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
touching the matter in issue
touching the matter in issue
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister, kindly introduce yourself.
Honorable Chair, my name is Kwaku Ajimamenu. I'm the Minister for Health and the former chairman of the Public Accounts Committee.
The latter part of the introduction should be expunged from the records. You're welcome. So we will start, we just started, so you came at the right time. So we're now going to paragraph 283, Deputy Ranking.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Ghana Health, Ministry of Health, you failed to account for revenues totaling some 37,624.60 Ghana cedis, which are revenues collected from some 6 budget management centers in 2 regions. First, I want to find out the status of these infractions. You have 6 institutions here. Which of them have you accounted?
Honorable Chair, we've accounted for all of them, with the exception of Mipum Health Center. That's one, the issue is still outstanding. Because the revenue collector, the officer involved, has absconded. So management reported the matter to the police. And the update we have from the facility and the region is that the matter is in court.
So, so meaning that you have seen the revenue collector and the matter is before court. Because you claim he absconded.
Yes.
The complaint to the police. All right, okay. But if you are to look at the regulations that govern the Public Financial Management Regulations 2019, it says that you need to lodge immediately in gross within 24 hours into the designated consolidated fund transit bank accounts, except in the cases of internally generated funds retained under this enactment. First, I want to find out from you why you would wait for the auditors to come and flag, meaning that, I mean, it's some months or some days, and clearly it's in violation of this very regulation as stated by the law. So why don't you do that? Why don't you obey the 24-hour rule as stated by Regulation 46 of the Public Financial Management Regulations?
Thank you, Honorable. We appreciate that rule, but a lot of the time, some of these facilities, the nearest bank is probably about 40 kilometers away. And the amount of money they collect, I usually saw sometimes may even cost you more money transporting yourself to go and deposit the money. So we appeared here and explained some of the challenges we are having. We will have to do further investigation as to how the 5,000 was accumulated to that extent whilst payment was not done, and sanctions will be applied appropriately. But in the meantime, both the families are being contacted to see how we can get the money retrieved.
Well, now state institutions are able to pay into bank accounts even using MOMO, mobile payments. So please, I think that you need to update and find ways where it is possible that they just go to a vendor and send this money through mobile money. So that, because the law is there, unless you would want to write through your minister to the Attorney General for Parliament to consider repealing or amending these sections of the law. Other than that, a year in, year out, we'll still be flagging these issues, and I don't think it helps anybody.
No, thank you. We will look into some of these challenges, and I don't know whether the minister has something to say on these issues, but we will. We're supposed to be doing on-site banking. That is what is recommended for us, and it's which is ongoing. But not every facility has, and some of these very facilities where they collect very little, you are not getting any bank that is ready to go and sit there and collect money for them.
Chairman, if I may, you see, you are a senior public servant, so your responses are supposed to help reform the system. And I'm not happy about the way you answered, that you appreciate the law, but we are supposed to go by the law. So I thought that you'd be saying that because of the law, you are ensuring some reforms at that level, in compliance with the law. It's as if the law is there, but because of the circumstances, we are not able to comply.
Honorable,
we are supposed to reform in compliance with the law. And that's what the committee wants. These hearings are supposed first to ensure that public funds have been properly utilized. And when there are issues, we bring reforms. So if you, the leader, speaks this way, it's a problem for me because people are listening, staff below you are listening, and they think that they can always have their way.
Honorable, I was responding to the recommendation
yes.
that he made, that we are also looking at those other options to see how we can find some.
Okay, so what is the situation now? We are in 2023. You are still at post. What is the situation now? Are there reforms? This is a 2020 observation.
Honorable Chair, with your indulgence, the Director General actually mentioned and wanted to put me on the spot, but I think this is when I can come in. The whole challenge is that the law was done, and we have to actually live by the law.
Minister, if you could speak up a bit.
What I'm saying is that the law has been done, and we have to live up to the law, as you are advising us to do. This issue has been coming up from time to time. We try to strengthen our monitoring mechanisms, but practically, it's a bit difficult. We have cheap compounds in rural communities. We have some health centers in very far away places. At times, even behind, rivers and streams, and the paying in as the law demands becomes practically impossible. So the reforms we are talking about, we ourselves have been looking at it. We were looking at, can we come to Parliament to say, let us exempt those type of areas from that particular clause, but we think that it will also bring abuses. Because immediately we begin to do that, there's like they have a field day. So the only reform we can do is to restructure our monitoring mechanism and to see how best that will be strengthened so that district directors will chase those type of accountants or those in charge of these facilities and make sure that we conform with the transactions. We may also have to actually collaborate with auditors in the districts to see how best they can also support us to do some of those offenses. But then the early detection and early regularization is always better than we coming to sit here with reports like this. But we will work on it and see how best we can bring this to the barest minimum going forward. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
All right. Let me
A
just-
follow-up.
Okay.
Chairman, I'm happy about what the Honorable Minister said. But it means that we have weak monitoring systems. Because these observations are made by auditors sometimes semi-annually. When the infraction occurs in, say, January, it takes them sometime in June to make the observation. So if our staff were monitoring these facilities, they would have uncovered some of these non-compliance matters and take steps, because whatever it is, they come to the center for medical supplies. It is giving out some of these medical supplies that bring the revenue, which revenues they are unable to lodge in accordance with the law. So let's strengthen monitoring so that we can check some of these non-compliance matters.
Thank you, Chair.
Yeah.
We've taken note of this.
Thank you very much. Auditors, are you able to confirm if you have received 5 out of the 6 payments, revenues collected?
Honorable Chair, we have confirmed the 5 payments apart from MIPOM, which is still outstanding. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. That will be all for me, sir.
I wanted to say they should refund the money. We need money. All right, so clerk, take note that MIPOM, the officer in charge, have absconded. The issue has been reported to the police. I'm not sure you're in court because you can't get the person, so it's just a report about the amount. So that should be what we should capture in the report. I don't want to disturb my minister by asking him to refund the money. So let's move on to paragraph 286. It's on misapplication of drug funds of 288,602 Ghana cedis, involving 11 BMCs. Now the recommendation is that the heads of the BMCs to ensure immediate refund of the amount into the drug account. Kindly give us if you've taken action on this recommendation.
Yes, up to it.
Can we get a response to question? Paragraph 286 of the report, misapplication of drug fund.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I think they have, Honorable Chair, they have all been resolved. That is from 286 to 287. And it is, it can be found from page 36 to 41. They have it, they have it.
All right, so according to you, all the heads of the BMCs
Have-
transfer the money back into the drug account. Because that's the recommendation.
Yes, sir.
Auditors, can you confirm this?
Honorable Chair, the said amount has been transferred into the drugs account. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's move on to paragraph 288. Honorable Bauer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Paragraph 288 deals with the predominant cash payments. And then the auditors noted that 2 BMCs made payments totaling 203,721.78 to suppliers directly instead of using cross checks and or making direct transfers into their accounts. So the recommendation was that you should ensure that heads of BMCs that all payments to suppliers are made by cross checks or direct transfers. What's the status of this infraction? What have we done about it? Have we complied with the recommendations?
Yes, Chair, we have. Thank you.
And subsequently, you are paying direct into the accounts or using cross checks?
Yes, Honorable Chair, we are doing that.
Auditors, can you confirm whether subsequently they are doing the right thing?
Honorable Chair, I think after the observation, they are now complying.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That's all for me.
Thank you very much. Now, the next infraction is paragraph 290. It's on staff advances not recovered. And the issue, the total amount involved is 236,903.82 Ghana cedis, involving 15 BMCs. And the recommendation of the auditors is that the heads of the BMCs should recover the outstanding advances from the affected staff, failure of which the amount should be recovered from the head of BMCs. Now, they further recommended that the ministry should desist from granting such advances. Have you recovered the total amount from the affected staff?
Honorable Chair, this type of infraction cuts across a number of BMCs. But fortunately, we have actually implemented the auditor's recommendations, with the exception of Kolebu. And I think we have Kolebu here. Maybe they will give us the status of that recommendation. So Kolebu.
Okay, before Kolebu comes, can the auditors confirm that from the National Blood Service, that is number 2, item number 2, to 15, which is Elmina Polyclinic, have all the amount have been refunded or recovered from the staff? Confirm that before we
Honorable Chair, apart from Kolebu, Takradi to the also and outstanding, the rest has been paid.
Takradi, is that the Western Regional Medical Stores?
Medical Stores.
Medical stores. Yeah. 8,400.
Yes.
Medical stores is under Ghana Health Service. You claim that they have recovered. If you have the evidence, can you give it out to the auditors?
Honorable Chair, we will provide the evidence to the auditors.
Do you have it here?
No, we don't have it here. It's in the office.
Then I'll ask you to refund the money.
Honorable Chair, we have the evidence. We have the evidence. We crave your indulgence to
Why are you keeping the evidence?
It was given to the district auditors at that level.
Well, we've given you 1 week. Failure of which the 8,400 must be refunded to the states.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. We will do that.
All right, so now we can have the Kolebu Teaching Hospital now to respond to their 97,182.56. Kolebu, are you here? Please come forward. Are we taking part in the oath? Now, mention your name, your position, and then you respond to the question.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. I'm Opoku Wariampoma, CEO of Kolebu. I'm here with...
Yeah, Lucas Amewood, the Acting Director of Finance. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Honorable Chair, with regards to the advances, we've been able to recover 825 cities, 56 pesos out of the 97,182 cities. And out of that amount, at the time of the verification, the auditors have verified 66,221,000 cities, 56 pesos. After their verification, we've also recovered 23,514 cities. And this is yet to be verified by the auditors, but the 66 have been verified. And currently, the outstanding is 7,457 cities, which we are still recovering. Thank you.
So you are still recovering the balance of 7,457?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Are you still granting advances to the staff?
We have stopped forthwith.
Okay. Auditors, according to them, you verify about 60-something thousand. They have, after that, recovered a further 23,000 plus. We'll ask them to provide you with evidence. But can you confirm that you have verified about 60-something thousand?
Honorable Chair, 66,211.56 has been verified out of the 97,182.56. Thank you.
They will provide you with evidence for the further recovery. And then we'll urge you to continue to recover the balance.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Honorable Isaac.
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman, I'm wondering why the auditors are recommending that there should be no more staff advances. Chairman, if you look at the infraction under consideration, it only involves 15 BMCs, and we have so many of them. And I'm sure those others who were granted, have been able to pay back. So if it's being extended to all the BMCs, I don't think that is fair. So, auditors, why are you making a general recommendation to cover everybody, even though all the others who were granted salary advances, have been able to? And ask anyone.
Honorable Isaac, I think that this should be a government policy, whether, and I'm not agreeing with you in a way, whether all state institutions can grant advances to staff or not should be a policy of government. So maybe until that policy comes into play, the auditors are advising that they should stop. So we have to make a recommendation to government to make a position whether government institutions can grant advances to staff or not. Okay, and conditions under which those advances will be granted, if they should also be considered by the government. So that should be enough. Let's move on to...
Honorable Chair.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
I'm getting a feedback from my accountants here that the regulations to the PFM actually allows advances to be made. So this particular recommendation from the auditors, I would take it to mean that, you see the way they put it, Ministry of Health should desist from granting such advances. Advances that become recalcitrant to recover. They are the people that we should desist from giving advances, not a general policy of washing away what is in the regulation, so that we get
how will you know that these people will not pay the money when you are giving that grant? You won't know.
Honorable Chair.
No.
Honorable Chair.
At the point of granting the advance, you will not know.
Honorable Chair, you have been an accountant before in the ministry before, and you know some people will always come for salary advance. So you have a trend of those, when they collect, you don't go and force them, they will not bring back. So they will have a way of identifying those type of recalcitrant staff who will put us in that situation. So let us live by the regulation, and let us do our own introspection to make sure that we don't give bad advances to attract unnecessary audit queries. We will work on that, sir.
I want the accountant that gave me the feedback to give me the regulation. Regulation, what's the regulation number? 112. Commission payment and record of advance payment. Regulation 112. I read. The principal spending officer of a covered entity shall approve through the Ghana Integrated Financial Management Information System a purchase requisition for an advance payment of a covered entity, including advance payment for goods, services, and works and staff advances. So regulation 1 allow staff advances. Thank you. Now let's move on to Paragraph 293. Honorable Kofi Adams.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, paragraph 293, the infractions there, Mr. Chairman, goes to the core of health service provision, and as we all are aware, and as MPs, we get called all the time about institutions not able to render services to our constituents because they are owed heavily. This is an infraction in which BMCs that have submitted their details to National Health Insurance Authority, for some of them about 15 months, have not been reimbursed. Terrible. Some amounts as high as 7,525,305.26 Ghana cedi. Nandom. In some instances, Mr. Chairman, you have 2 or more health facilities owed heavily within even a district. Mr. Chairman, the recommendation is that the heads must engage with the Chief Executive Officer of National Health Insurance Authority for reimbursement of these outstanding amounts. 1, I want to find out the status of these 46 BMCs owed over 20 million. Then
Honorable Chair, with your indulgence. Honorable Chair, with your indulgence. Our colleague, Honorable Adams, mentioned a facility that was being owed 7 million. In our records, we don't seem to have that.
Go to 24. St. Teresa's Hospital, Nandom, Upper West, 7,525,505 cedis, .26.
Okay, thank you very much.
Have you seen it?
Yes, yes.
Can I help you with other high figures?
No, no. Honorable Chair, all these claims have been reimbursed fully, all of them, including the 7 million Honorable Adams spoke about.
Well, before I come to the auditors to confirm this, Mr. Minister, I really want to find out, everybody here will agree that health insurance is the major intervention. And if it is not exhibited and executed well, it affects almost everybody here, including even you yourselves who are providing the service. What is the status now? Do we still have this situation? Can you tell us? We know we are late in looking at the Auditor General's report. The 2021 report is ready there. Do we still have this situation? Because it's about health. What's the current status? I really need to know, because recently we were reading unpleasant news about some facilities actually turning away patients or asking them to pay for drugs or buy drugs themselves because of some of these delays. What is the status now? Because this is really, really critical.
Honorable Chair, reimbursements have been done up to April last year. And this month, we are reimbursing for April last year. So we'll still be left with, May last year. So we still have about 7 months outstanding. And statutorily, we have a 3 months lead time. So what will be outstanding as a debt effectively will be about 4 months outstanding. And we are working on trying to clear these ones as we move along. Thank you.
Mr. Minister, did you say you have 3 months statutorily, or because the law quoted here, as far as this infraction is concerned, is 4 weeks upon submission? But you are saying 3 months. 4 weeks will not give us, 4 weeks will not give us 3 months.
Honorable Chair, the law gives us 3 months from submission of claims and processing and payment. That is what is actually captured.
Well, let me read it. What we have here, Regulation 38 of the National Health Insurance Regulation requires that a claim or payment of health service submitted to the scheme shall be paid within 4 weeks after receipt of claims from the healthcare facility, unless there is legal impediment. It doesn't say 3 months. Do you have any other regulation contrary to Regulation 38? Do you have any other regulation? Because you are using statutorily.
Honorable Chair, I'll refer to the Deputy CEO Administration, Finance and Accounts of Health Insurance. Have you taken the oath? No. Quickly.
You walked in late? Because we all did. Because
mention your name and then I lead you to.
I, Francis Owusu,
swear by the Almighty God
swear by the Almighty God
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
touching the matter in issue shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. What I know is it takes...
Please introduce yourself first.
Yeah. Honorable Chair, my name is Francis Owusu, Deputy Chief, National Health Insurance. What I know is it takes 3 months for us to process the claim. From the receipt and processing and payment is 3 months. That is what I know.
Well, the question was about the law, not what you know. The minister was talking about the law. He used the word statutory. So we were talking about the law. So which law gives you the 3 months? Because the law quoted by the auditors says 4 weeks. So tell us the law that gives you 3 months.
Yeah, Honorable Chair, yeah, even processing the claims, whenever we receive the claim, processing it takes so much time. So,
please, I'm interested in the law. The law, how many days, how many weeks, how many months, and which law? So if you don't have any and you misled your minister, then you advise him so he will withdraw that one. Then we carry on.
Honorable Chair, let me withdraw the 3 months. Because, like myself, we have been working on the 3-month basis for a very, very, very long time. And the Parent Health Insurance Act actually says the 3 months. Now, after the amendment of the Act, I think that is what resulted in this regulation. But we have been working on conventional basis on the 3 months. Practically, maybe we have to revisit the regulation. From submission of claims to processing and payment, it can be 4 weeks, practically. So we will go and get our work done and see if we will come back to you to support us, maybe look at how the regulation can be amended and let us work through the law properly. So I would draw the 3 months, since I'm not very, very sure what the amended Act says, and then get back to the regulation and see if in your recommendation you can probably support us to see if you can actually amend the regulation to capture the practical period through which these activities can be done adequately. Thank you.
Well, Minister, I thank you for withdrawing, but you have given directive that almost all your BMC should be automated. And they file these things through such process. Is there? Yes. So why such it should be possible for you to do within, unless something seriously fundamentally is wrong somewhere. But I think that this is about health, and we must at least quicken the process so that our people will no longer suffer. Auditors, can you confirm the payments of the 46 BMCs?
Honorable Chair, per our records, Old Ningu Pram Health Center is still outstanding. And we have Pediakope Health Center, Zuarugu Health Center, Porongu Health Center, and Sumbungu Health Center, and Zambu Sub-District. These ones, we have the information that they paid, but they are yet to furnish us with the details. Thank you.
Mr. Auditor, I didn't get you. Well, are you saying the ones you've mentioned, or from Old Ningo to the last one, which is Zombo, you have information that they have paid them, but you have not been furnished with the information, or you've added the ones you've heard they have paid and no information with the ones they haven't, you are sure they haven't paid?
Honorable Chair, the ones I mentioned, as apart from Ningo Pram, that we don't have any information and we still claim it's outstanding, the rest has been paid, but we don't have information to testify. Thank you.
Well, can you say something to the Ningo one? Old Ningo Health Center, owed 328,742.
I don't have, Honorable Chair, good morning. I don't have any information here, so I need to go to the office and check it and come back to the committee.
So then we'll be waiting for your return. Thank you, Chairman.
Let's go on to paragraph 296, Honorable Roxon Afamekpo, and go straight to paragraph 296.
The chairman is gagging me. Very well. I'm being tempted, but I'll resist the temptation and go to 296. The infraction, Honorable Minister, the infraction, it's in breach of Regulation 78 of the LI 2378 2019. Now, Kofi mentioned big figures but the figures I have encountered are gargantuan. Now, for instance, we have 49 BMCs, a soldier mine, 49 BMCs who have not been, we owe them. Now, if we take the suppliers from a soldier mine actually constitutes about 97% of the total indebtedness, nearly $1 billion. And I'm wondering what things were supplied and for us to. So this is a 2020 observation. So I want to find out that this is a 2020 observation. What is the situation in respect of these BMCs as we sit in January 2023?
You want to explain? No. Honorable Chair, this indebtedness of the BMCs to their suppliers. So they procure drugs and other non-drug commodities to run their facilities. So they take and sign contracts and go through procurement things with the suppliers. But when it comes to payment, it becomes a challenge. Now, they rely on health insurance reimbursements to pay their suppliers.
Honourable Minister, the report is giving a certain impression, and it appears that it's such a gross, erroneous impression. So I want the auditors to deal with the Sujaman figure for the records before you address the issue. Because they've quoted 993 million as being indebted to suppliers within a soldier mine. And I want them to confirm the accurate figure so you can respond appropriately. I want to spare you rather. So it's not reported that your agencies under your watch. Yes. So auditors, if you can amend this record.
Honorable Chair, the actual figure is 1,200,478.04 and not the 993,782,247.
Okay.
I think it was a typo mistake. Yeah. The figure is 1,200,478.04. Thank you.
Okay, so it means that will also affect the total figure. So what would the total figure be? Okay, so Honorable Minister, if you can proceed with the response.
Honorable Chair, I'll continue to say that the BMCs rely on the health insurance claims to be able to pay their creditors. So at any point in time when they don't have cash, they haven't got their reimbursements, you will see their creditors' ledgers having outstanding balances. And I think at this stage that was what was computed. We have been actually engaging with some of their suppliers, especially for drugs. And we are finding mechanisms through which we can strengthen that area to ensure that payments are made regularly so that we don't run out of drugs and other commodities to support the BMCs. Even yesterday, we had a big stakeholder meeting with the suppliers and the facilities, teaching hospitals and Ghana Health Service, trying to push them to pay the suppliers. And the good news I had yesterday from the supplier was that presently payments are a bit okay. They don't have much problems with indebtedness, and that is where we are going. We have actually been looking at this very, very critically from time to time. Over the last 5 months, yesterday was the second time we met with the suppliers for drugs, at least, to make sure that we have drugs in the hospitals. And their own report that we got from them, the pharmacists who supplied them with the drugs, said that things have improved drastically, and they are happy with the level of indebtedness they have now. But at any point in time, Honorable Chair, the fact is that we may owe the creditors until we get health insurance reimbursements to, meet obligations. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, this, you see, these payment problems, even your facilities when they offer the services, the problem is this. If you check Section 36 of the Parent Act, subsection 1, you determine when the claims are submitted, the authority fixes the time to pay. That's what the law says. But the regulation now gives you 30 days. Because in subsection 2 of Section 36, the law says that when the claims are submitted, you are supposed to get back to the facilities whether or not you reject the claim within 30 days. You understand what I'm saying? So we need to work within the period as the law defines that when I submit my claim and you reject it, and you must get back to me within 30 days. So within that 30 days, I need to make amendments. So it's important that we check some of these delays because it affects the facilities a lot. Southern, we have a lot of difficulties in payments and all that. So I thank you that we can take some of these suggestions along. Thank you.
Honorable Minister,
Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Minister, I've made an observation on that infraction. Most of the BMCs are from Eastern region, and they all owe the regional medical stores. So there must be a reason why this is happening. If we can find out if the trend is the same, then there's something wrong there. So just want to alert you. Yeah, they're all from Eastern region and medical stores, regional medical stores.
Honorable Chair, from our own analysis, we have been encountering situations where we have identified, I think, about 3 or 4 regions that are the worst culprits. Volta region, Eastern.
Why are you mentioning Volta region? Why?
Because
why
it's one of the...
Why are you mentioning Volta region?
Why did you mention Eastern region?
What you say is not true. It is not true.
Oh, Chairman.
Is what?
Chairman, not only Volta. I was going to add a few more. Volta, Eastern, the 3 northern regions, they were very bad payers of these debts. But we keep on pushing and reminding them of the obligations. And within this period that the auditors picked, this is what we got. It might be that some other period, it might not be Eastern region. It will go to another region. So depending on their performance. No, the chairman doesn't want us to mention Volta. Maybe to go to Bono, and then we'll come and look at that. But the Bono, we haven't had problems with the indebtedness that much. So
you are very controversial, you know that. I mentioned Eastern region. If Eastern region is part of the 4, why didn't you mention Eastern region first? But Volta region first. Why?
Honorable, I just wanted to let you know the type of work we are doing in order to try to correct these type of situations.
All right, let's move on.
For us.
Let's go to paragraph 298. Honorable Sophia.
Thank you, Chairman. Paragraph 298. Your infraction here is payment of unearned salary, and the total amount is 514,709. And then when we come to paragraph 299, there's a table here, starting from number 1, Ministry of Health Headquarters, Accra. And it goes all the way down to number 43, that's West Gonja Hospital, Damango. I would like to, the auditors are recommending that the heads of the BMCs should immediately recover the unearned salaries from the separated staff of the BMCs, failing which the amount should be recovered from the heads and their validators. Can you please tell the committee the ones that you have recovered and the ones that are left and the reasons why? Or if all have been recovered, let the committee.
Honorable Chair, the majority of these observations have been recovered. The funds involved has been recovered, with the exception of a few. I think Tyne District Health Directorate, and then we have Sechidumasi Health Center in the Ashanti region, which is partially implemented.
If you mention the BMC, tell us those partially one. Tell us how much have been recovered.
Okay, sir. Then I'll take time to go through that. So there's Kolebu Teaching Hospital.
Can you please mention the number?
Number two. Kolebu Teaching Hospital. I think none of the amount has been recovered so far, but Kolebu is here, so. That's 36,866.48 Ghana cedis. It's not been recovered. Then number 20. Number 20, Tyne District Health Directorate, 4,703.61 Ghana cedis. It's not been recovered. We have number 26, which is partially recovered. It's 12,688.13 Ghana cedis. And 6,047.85 Ghana cedis has been recovered. What is this? Sorry, more than that has been recovered. 6, 10.
More than what?
More than the 12. I think all the amount has been recovered, so it's not partially implemented, it's fully implemented. They were paid in 3 tranches.
Okay.
The number 26, so we have 6,047.85, which was paid, then 4,000 was paid, and 2,047.85 was paid. Okay, Honorable Chair. Honorable Minister, thank you very much. So 6,000 is what has been recovered, actually, leaving 6,000 plus unrecovered. That's for Sechidumasi. Then we have Gomwa East Afransi Health Directorate, number 39. Number 39, out of the 7,261.3 Ghana cedis, none of it has been recovered so far. The matter has been reported to the police. I think the officer is not in the country. Then we have number 42, Tamale Teaching Hospital. 23,798 Ghana cedis, 80 pesos. None of it has been recovered. Then we have...
Which number?
Number 42.
42, Tamale.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, so of the 43, I think about 5 are outstanding, as I have indicated. Thank you.
43, how many are standing?
About 5, but Honorable Chair, please let me count so that I can be accurate. Let's see, 1. That's 1. Page 100. Four of them are outstanding. Four, Honorable Chair.
Out of the 43, 4 is outstanding and then 1 partially paid. So the 5, out of the 43, 5,
Yeah.
but 1 is partially paid. You said the police officer is not in the country. How soon do you expect him to come and then
The officer.
what's the next move?
The officer, that's the Afranse one, Gomwa East. So the matter has been reported to the police, actually, because...
Is it all that have been reported or is just one that has been reported?
It's one, the Gomwa East one.
So what plans do you have to recover the rest? Can you tell the committee?
What's it?
Or what steps have you taken so far?
I think Kolebu is here, so maybe they can respond to.
Kolebu, please, can you tell the committee?
Honorable Sophia, let's finish with the Ghana Health Service. You're saying that 4 are outstanding, 1 is being partially confirmed from the auditors. If that is the case, when we are done with Ghana Health Service, then we can move to Kolebu.
Auditors, can you please confirm if really 4 is outstanding and then 1 is partially paid?
Honorable Chair, our records, apart from Kolebu, is outstanding and they will come. Accra Psychiatric Hospital is still outstanding. Lekman, we have 18,000 outstanding. National Ambulance Service, we have 15,000 outstanding. Time is still outstanding. Sechedumasi, our record shows that 6,047 has been paid. Gomwa East, Afrensi, 1,674.62 has been recovered. 1,674.62. Tamale Teaching Hospital is still outstanding. Then West Windsor Hospital, Damango, is still outstanding. Thank you.
Auditors, so it means the outstanding is more than 4.
Honorable Chair, yes, the outstanding is more than 4.
Director, please, can you confirm? Tell us why.
Honorable Chair, we would have to do, if we are permitted, do some further reconciliation with the auditors because, for example, if you take Lekma Hospital, the outstanding was 30,250.49 on earned salary. But our checks indicated that the actual outstanding was 19,101 Ghana cedis, 32 pesos. And, sorry, so that was on end, which has been recovered. So the rest, it wasn't on earned salary. So we need to do that reconciliation. So it's not all the 30,000 which was on earned salary from.
So you're disputing the findings of the auditor general that for Lekma, the figure of 30,250 is not entirely the figure for on earned salary, but rather the figure should be 19,000 plus. Is that the case?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
So we need a reconciliation.
Yes, Honorable Chair.
We need a reconciliation with the auditors to establish the actual figure. Now, the auditors are saying that 15,000 is still outstanding. And if you subtract 15 from the 30,250, according to the auditors, by using their figure, the actual recovery is 15,250. It's not up to your 19,000 that you said all have been recovered. So you still need a reconciliation in that regard as well.
Honorable Chair, the 19,000 that we have as on-earned salary, we have recovered 16,289.27 of that. Of the 19,000, 2,812 Ghana cedis was income tax. So that we didn't recover because it's already been paid to government. But we would have to do further reconciliation with the auditors and agree on these things.
They are saying that the Accra Psychiatric is still outstanding, but you are saying you have recovered.
This LECMA I was talking about, sir.
No, but they also mentioned, you didn't mention Accra Psychiatric as outstanding, but they mentioned. So can you prove that you've actually recovered that one?
Honorable Chair, Accra Psychiatric is under the ministry, so.
We'll come to the ministry. What about the National Ambulance Service?
Also under the ministry.
Under the ministry, okay. Now you cannot take the ministry now on.
We are all under the ministry. I need to correct that. But they are an agency on their own.
You are all under the ministry, but you are kind of more powerful than the ministry.
Thank you, Chair.
Now, the Health Directorate, Gomoa East, Afransi, according to the auditors, only 1,674.62 that have been recovered. But you claim that the entire 7,261 have been recovered. Can you reconcile that?
Honorable Chair, we'll reconcile with the auditors.
So, auditors, we have 2 weeks to do this reconciliation on this particular infraction so that we can know exactly the position out of the total amount, how much is outstanding. Now, auditors, Kolebu, your amount is outstanding, 36,866. Have you recovered any? Kolebu? Kolebu, we are waiting for you. Give us the answer. Have you recovered the 36,866?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. My name is Ebenezer Prince Ahin. Deputy Director HR, Kolebu Teaching Hospital. The on-end salaries we had was 115,889.12. And Kolebu has been able to recover 79,000 plus. The outstanding is 36,000. We've made all the frank effort in getting through the, some of them are diseased. We've gotten to their next of kin and pursuing them adequately to make sure that 36 is recovered. Please.
How long have you been pursuing them?
We've done that, Honorable Chair, for almost 2 years now.
You've not been successful. So I can't take your effort in pursuing them to be anything that will be positive. The only solution is management must refund this money.
Mr. Chair, what we're also doing is we're pursuing legal options in making sure the unit goes after them legally to recover that.
I won't take that. Clerk, take note. Recommendation 36,086 should be refunded by management of Kolebu. Now the next one is Accra Psychiatric. Are they here? Please come. Kindly mention your names and tell us if you recovered the 9,952.008.
Honorable Chair, my name is Pinamana Pao. I'm the director of Accra Psychiatric Hospital, and we have been able to recover it. We have the evidence here, but we are yet to show it to the auditors, please.
Okay, auditors, get the evidence and give us your reports, your feedback. Okay, that'll be all for you. Go back. But you are not living here. Maybe there are other issues that were affected, so you can take your seat back. And then, what of National Ambulance Service? Are they here? Or Ambulance Service, please come. Yes, mention your name and tell us if you have recovered the 34,225.
My name is Kobe Victor, Head of Finance. We'll be able to recover all. You have the evidence here to show to the auditors for verification.
You have not given evidence to the auditors. But you have them.
Yes.
Auditors, get evidence and then report back to us. That'll be all for you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So we can then move now to the next paragraph 301. Which is on failure to serve bond terms. Now, for Accra Psychiatric, one Benjamin Nyako Anoff was expenditure was spent on him amounting to 42,517. Kolebu Teaching Hospital, there were 2 staff, no names, 98,546 spent on them. Then Nkawie Twasi Government Hospital, Nkawie, 47,000 spent on them. Now the recommendation is that the heads of the BMCs should immediately recover these bond values from the guarantors. Because you spend money on them, they have not come to serve the bond terms. Probably they have not even returned from their studies. So, Kolebu, can you please come back and tell us if you have recovered the money from the 2 staff? Kolebu, please come back. Accra Psychiatric, get ready. Then in Kawe, that one to be done by the Ghana Health Service.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. We have 2 staff that have unsettled bond. We've been able to pursue one who is currently a student of medical school here in Accra, who is getting to agreement with us to come and serve their bond after school. She's actually done with school this year and will start the house job next year. So she will come back to Kolebu to serve that outstanding bond. She left as a nurse and she's coming back as a medical doctor. The second one, Honorable Chair, has left the country. We've pursued the guarantors, 2 of them, and have written a series of letters to them. They are not responding. Our legal unit, Honorable Chair, is going to activate the process in getting them standing for them since they guaranteed. Thank you.
Do you know the breakdown, the total amount? Or is equal?
Honorable Chair, the first one is 17,000. The nurse who is now a medical student coming back as a medical doctor and still in school. Second one is 84,000. Was also a nurse that pursued ophthalmic nursing. And then she did not come back to the country.
Which country is she now?
United States, Honorable Chair.
She's in the United States, enjoying. Where is the family?
Honorable Chair, we've pursued we've gotten in touch with the next of kin, and she's not forthcoming with exactly where she is and where we can get the address. But the legal unit is activating the process in person.
Do you know, do you have the name?
I do not readily available, Honorable Chair.
Oh, give us the name. We'll announce the name here.
Of the staff, Honorable Chair?
Of the staff, the one who did not serve the bond, the one in the U.S.
Honorable Chair, the name is Ms. Ochireda.
Now, this committee is directing the Kolebu to ensure that the next of kin. You should pick the next of kin. The next of kin on record. The police should pick the next of kin on record. That will compel her to pay the money.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry, the guarantor. Do you have the guarantor on record?
Honorable Chair, we do have the guarantors. There are two. Isaac, Musa.
Okay, the police should pick them. Don't mention the name here.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
No, they might try to abscond.
Escape. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Don't mention the name here. Yes, Honorable Isaac.
The two figures he quoted is more than the amount stated by the auditors.
It's 84 and 17.
84 and 17. That will give you over 100,000.
Once it's more than what we have in the record here, it's better. Yeah, if it's less than this, then we have an issue. So more money is coming to us. Yeah. Now, but let me advise that guarantors should just, human beings to come and sign should not be sufficient. Next time, look for bank guarantee. Look for a bank guarantee. Before you spend on somebody, they should go to a bank and get a guarantee so that if they don't return, it will fall on the bank to take the money from the bank.
Thank you. Advice well noted.
Honorable Minister.
Honorable Chair, I was going to prompt that the bank guarantee will never be forthcoming. If you go to the bank and ask them that I'm going to school, my organization wants to sponsor me, and they need a bank guarantee that I will come back.
Yeah, definitely it will be your bank because the bank knows that you always receive money into your account. So, and in fact, it should be the only way that we can prevent this, where government spend on people and they don't come back.
Honorable Chair, I agree 100%. But look at the level of our salaries and the 84,000, for example. No banker will guarantee you to go to school, and if you don't come back, the bank will not even know where you are. They cannot trace you. So the only solution is the guarantors. But what we have to do is that the efficiency of who is guaranteeing, right? The wife, husband, family person, not just any ordinary working mate or something, you know.
How long, Honorable Minister, how long has this guarantee system been with us? And we continue to have these challenges. Every year we have reports, every year, especially the investors. They go and they don't come back.
Honorable Chair, in our case, the facilities, especially teaching hospitals and general services, they sponsor quite a lot of these doctors and nurses. And most of them actually come back. just 3 or so infractions on this. 1, 2, 3. Out of the lot, I think 3 that we have done. Auditors will say materiality issues. So we have done well in terms of a sector and our staff.
Honorable Minister, I disagree with you.
So
we are not marking you whether you score higher this or not. We are talking about people being sincere.
I agree. But the sincerity, you have to build in guarantees. That is why we are suggesting that the bond system and the guarantor issues should continue to be the same. Other than that,
well, this committee have a different view. So the committee is going to make that recommendation. So, Kolebu, can we go back? Let's have Accra Psychiatric Hospital and come to tell us whether Benjamin Nyaku Anof has actually refunded the money or has come to serve the bond term.
Honorable Chair, unfortunately, we've not been able to recover the money. We wrote to the National Intelligence Bureau and we wrote to the CID department to help us recover the money. Unfortunately, they didn't get far, but they advised that we write to Yoko to help us. We've written the letter, and we've also been advised to take legal action. So we've also initiated that action, please.
Is
No.
Mr. Nyaku in Ghana?
No, he's in the UK.
Is she also a nurse who has gone for studies?
He is a nurse, yes. He went to school in Ghana and afterwards left. I think he didn't serve about 22 months of his bond.
He actually served part of the bond.
Yes, Honorable.
So the same recommendation apply. The guarantor should be picked, and then that will force him to ensure that the bond balance is refunded. Thank you. Kindly go back. Now, Ghana Health Service. In Kawiye, there is one Ajay Roland.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Chair. Roland was given a steady leave, but it turned out that he didn't go to the school. So when he didn't return and we pursued, we found out that he actually didn't go to school. So we are chasing the guarantors. But he's made his lawyer respond, disputing the fact that it's an unearned salary. So we're actually in court with them. But based on that, now we collect semester report from anybody we have given steady leave to be sure that the person is really in school. So the case is still in court and we are chasing to see how we can get the money from the guarantors.
I'm not sure he's still in the employment.
He himself is, I don't think he's even in the country. We can't even find him.
But the lawyer?
The lawyer has written, so we can get him through the lawyer.
Through the lawyer?
Yes.
Now, was the money paid? No, actually, it's a salary that he earned when he was on study leave. So once you did not actually study or go to the school to study, you are not at post working as well. So it amounts to what? An unearned salary. And he is disputing that. Probably that was on one of the offices in wherever he was working there. I don't know whether you understand my point. I'm just being...
I don't get that, Chair.
I'm saying that his claim would be that you have one branch somewhere where he was working. So the amount he received as salary is actually earned. I'm just being sarcastic.
Yes, I know. But we are putting measures in place, especially to ensure that people who get steady leave actually go to school.
So, where have we reached in terms of the matter in court?
They have actually written a letter from the lawyer disputing that, but the inquiry team is here. Maybe they can add additional information as to exactly where the issue is.
Was the case actually in court? Or there was an intention of sending the case to court?
Yes, after engaging them, the guarantors, and that's when. So the intention is to go to court, but they got their lawyer to respond, first disputing the fact that it's even an unearned salary. So that's where we are, sir.
You should just go straight to court. Let the lawyer go and defend the case in court.
Sure, that's exactly what we're going to do.
And so we are directing that you proceed to court and demand a refund. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. Sorry for... Now, paragraph 305. Unpaid rent, 322,946. About 15 BMCs failed to collect rent from staff occupying hospital bungalows. There are about 401 staff in all. Director General, tell us these 15 BMCs, if you be able to recover the rent amount from all of them, or tell us the outstanding one.
Thank you, Chair. If the entire thing, there are about 3 that are outstanding. One is the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital.
Okay, so tell us the outstanding ones.
So the Ghana Health Service is number 2. Number 2 and number 4 is that for Ghana Health Service.
So Regional Health Director, second D, nothing has been recovered?
It's partially.
How much has been recovered?
We've been able to recover about 8,995.
8,995
with a balance of 17,681. So the management has issued further demand notice on them to make payment. So we'll continue pursuing to get the rest of the money from them.
Then the second one, the Chira
The number 4 is Chira Polyclinic. Honorable Chair, not much has been done, so we're still working to ensure we can make some
Nothing has
recovery.
been recovered.
We've not made any recoveries yet.
Okay. Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. That's under Ghana Health, no, Ministry of Health. Is Cape Coast Teaching Hospital here?
Yes, Honorable, they are here.
Honorable Chair, with your indulgence, did we hear you say that is your hospital?
Come again, please.
Did we hear you say that is your hospital?
I said that's my hospital.
We want to know.
I was there from 1999 to 2001.
Oh, you were an accountant there?
Yes.
When
I was the head of finance there.
It wasn't a teaching hospital then?
It wasn't a teaching hospital, it was a regional hospital.
Ah, okay. Ghana Health Service.
And you can check the record. We have never appeared before this committee.
Chairman. but Ghana Health Service appeared.
All right, so kindly introduce yourselves and then respond to the rents.
Honorable Chairman, my name is Dr. Eric Ofinjo. I'm the CEO of Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. And I'm here with
Samuel Saritioku, the Director of Finance. Oh, okay.
Okay. No.
Oh, okay. No, okay, a little late.
Honorable Chair, they may have to take the oath, Honorable Chair. Please.
But didn't you take the oath in the morning?
No, we came.
You came late, okay.
No, we are Christians.
When I say I, you repeat it after me, mention your names, and then I'll lead you through.
I
Samuel Saritioku,
swear by the Almighty God
swear by the Almighty God
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
touching the matter in issue
touching the matter in issue
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. You may be seated.
All right, thank you very much. So tell us, the 83 staff, have they all paid their rents to the hospital, totaling 22,305?
Honorable, we've recovered all the rents except an amount of 760, which is outstanding as at now. 760 Ghana cedis. So we recovered a total of 21,554.
Okay. Auditors, can you confirm that?
Honorable Chair, the outstanding balance is 760. Confirmed.
Okay, I think that you can recover that one as well. That'll be all for you. Now, auditors, so you can go back, please. Auditors, can you confirm that the only outstanding one are the two, the Regional Health Directorate Secondary and then the Shira?
Honorable Chair, per our records, Regional Health Directorate Secondary, outstanding is 23,100. 114. Chira is 30,327.60. Metro Central, outstanding is 27,655. Kisi Health Center, 5,610. Thank you, Honorable.
So, Director General, your figure or your report is being disputed. Auditors are saying that Metro, there's still a balance. But if you have the evidence of recovery, kindly provide it to the auditor. The same way, Kisi Health Center, there's a balance of 5,610. And then, yeah. So the Regional Health Directorate, Second D, the amount outstanding is actually more than what you quoted. But if you have evidence to that also, kindly provide it to the auditors.
Actually, we'll do the reconciliation with the auditors.
Now let's go to paragraph 308, Honorable Sampson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The issue here has to do with 26 BMCs. The amount is about 5.8 million, failed to follow procurement procedures. I think they breached the procurement law. Those people dealt in goods and services as low as 80,000 and as high as 2.2 million, or they are following the procurement law. Chairman, I think this one, previously, last year, we could see that the recommendations were very clear, sanctions. But this time, I don't know why the auditors decided to come this way, I don't know. But to minimize the reoccurrence of this breach, we recommended to head of the respective institutions to exercise firm oversight on their procurement process. Yes, this is clear. I don't know whether this recommendation has been implemented by the oversight, but Chairman, the rest, I will leave that one for you, because we must follow the status quo, because when it was Kojo has to face the law. So I think even though they didn't state, last year and this year are the same. If with all apology, you can refer the 26th to the Attorney General for advice. I think it will help us. But for now, what is the status now? Have you followed the recommendation?
Honorable Chair, yes. Going forward, we are following the recommendation by the auditors. Thank you.
But for the first one, Mr. Chair, as I said, the law has been breached, and our minister is aware that when the law is breached, it's against the law. So, Chairman, we are your hands.
Thank you very much. This is a straightforward thing. The auditors are saying that the 26 BMCs procure goods and services without obtaining alternative price quotations, which is a breach of the Procurement Act. And Section 51 of the amended law on procurement says it's not 51.
35 and 40.
No, for the penalty. Its principal enactment is amended in Section 92 of the principal enactment by A, the substitution for 1,000 of 2,500 in line 3 of section 92(1). B, the addition of a new subsection 3 that says, despite anything to the contrary, in an enactment, a person who contravenes a regulation made under this act is liable on summary conviction to a fine of not more than 2,500 penalty unit, or to a term of imprisonment not more than 5 years, or to both. Now you have reached the law, and so the judge has the power to either fine you of not more than 2,500 penalty units, or to a term of imprisonment not more than 5 years, or to both. Now, section 92 of the principal enactment is actually about the punishment for breach of the law. So we are referring all these BMCs, the 26 BMCs, to the Attorney General for possible prosecution. Thank you. Let's move on to paragraph. So, clerk, take note. All the BMCs will not take any explanation from you. We'll go straight to.
Honorable Chair.
Yes.
Some more clarification on your ruling, please.
More clarification is that you have breached the law, the procurement law. You need to be prosecuted. This committee has no power to prosecute. It's the Attorney General that can prosecute you. So we are referring you to the Attorney General. You and your agencies to the Attorney General. Are you okay now? Is that clear now?
I'm not really okay. Honorable Chair, you have been in the ministry before.
Come again.
You have been in the ministry before.
Yes.
And I expect you know the content of the type of staff we have, support staff in the regions and in the districts and even at the sub-district level. So some of these infractions, right, might go to somebody who might not have even done procurement activities at all, might be an in charge at a health center, but by virtue of the way they should work, you should engage herself or himself in procurement. And so some of these infractions will come. And we have noticed what is there, and we are exercising, strengthening supervision and oversight to ensure that this thing is brought to the barest minimum, as was demonstrated to the auditors who actually did this recommendation. But Chair, for you to vary the auditor's recommendation and issue this very harsh ruling, we will plead that you temper a bit of mercy with justice in terms of the type of situation we find ourselves in, so that we'll be a little bit more careful going forward. In the circumstance, we didn't lose much money.
I don't know how you know that you didn't lose much money. If there is no alternative quotation, you know, you're an accountant, that the risk there is very high. The risk there is very high. So you can conclude that we didn't lose money. In any case, the plea you are making can be made at the courts.
Chairman, we call it plea of allocutus, plea of mitigation. So the courts are very reasonable. They will listen to you and make a finding and a determination in your favor. So last year we sent about 85 persons and entities for prosecution. So you joined them. It's a good class to be in.
All right, so let's go to paragraph 311. And that is on the defaulters to have vehicle hire purchase scheme. The Ministry of Health headquarters, auditors says that their examination of their debtors ledger for the vehicle hire purchase scheme disclosed that 202 agencies, institutions, units, and staff who were granted vehicles on high pitches had defaulted in a repayment to the tune of $3,090,000. The recommendation is that the Chief Director should immediately pursue the recovery of the loans from the defaulters at source through Controller and Accountant General's Department, as spelled out in the Vehicle High Purchase Scheme Operational Policy Guidelines. Have you pursued this recovery of this $3,090,000? Chief Director.
Thank you very much, Honorable. Please permit me to kindly defer to the Financial Controller.
Power. Citizen TV, the citizen's power.